CARE International is one of the largest and most well-known NGOs in the world, with its American partner, CARE claiming to reach 94 different countries through 1,000 different projects annually. CARE, which was initially called the Cooperative for American Remittances to Europe, was formed after World War II in 1945 as a way of helping the European recovery. Although the organization initially began simply to help Europe get back on its feet after the war, it eventually expanded its mission to helping the world. Since the 80s, CARE has focused more of its attention on teaching skills to third world citizens. For instance, in the 80s they began teaching women skills like poultry raising, rice husking, mat making, and more. In 1993, the organization changed its name to mean the Cooperative for Assistance and Relief Everywhere, to more properly match its modern global mission. CARE International has 14 national members and other members that are all governed by a supervisory board. Since CARE only has 2 boards, the company doesn't really have very many departments that hold them accountable, especially compared to other companies that seem to have a board for almost everything. For CARE, the council is essentially just the one who makes the decisions. However, this structure helps an NGO that serves a ridiculous amount of people through a ridiculous amount of projects do its job efficiently and not waste time getting its agenda through the other departments. CARE is ultimately governed by CARE International's council, but in itself it is in a sense governed by and headed by a board that is headed by CEO Michelle Nunn, who also leads an executive team. Michelle Nunn was hired in 2015 and has already made an impression of being extremely ambitious and hardworking. Just looking at her experience and what she's already done, I personally believe she's a winner and that she's going to be a success. She ambitiously claims that CARE will reach 200 million people by 2020, with the company reaching 80 million last year in 95 different countries. She's experienced and dedicated and seems to be great at what she does. She already has done many great things with a focus on women's equality. CARE International is funded by and partnered with organizations as large as the European Union and the United Nations, as well as several other corporations and individuals. In addition, CARE is partnered with several huge corporations like Nike and General Mills. As for their current projects that they've been working on today, they consist mostly of educating women and helping against global hunger and poverty. The projects that I personally find most interesting are their solutions for water shortages in Africa and other places. For instance, one project that I find simple yet amusing and effective is their spread of a contraption that they call the tippy-tappy contraption. This contraption pours water out on the hands of the user without them having to touch the device by simply putting their foot on a little lever that pulls out the water. Another example is how they've taught people in Ecuador to convert mist into drinking water. You know, the saying says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Whereas if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. I think there are many NGOs out there who feed people for a day, but CARE seems to really try to make it a focus to feed people for life by equipping them with skills and tools that can help them fight poverty and hunger and water shortages. So here are my references, and that's the end.